Hi, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ashley, and we are Tiny Shiny Home. Today, our family is going to share a story of how we built the most adorable composting toilet outhouse, how it failed,
And how we ripped it apart and rebuilt it into a cozy modern mudroom complete with a flushing toilet, washer and dryer, and a hand washing sink.
What?
Ready?
Let's go. The defecation station, the Dookie Den,
The drop spot, Coopery, the hazard hut,
the Whiz Palace,
the booty bureau, the Komodo boat, Humanure Hacienda,
Pooptopia, Crapper Barrel,
Leaning Tower of Poopsa, Flatulation Station,
Gotta Go Chateau,
Oval Office.
The Casa de Caca, as it came to be known, was an ambitious months-long project, a hyperadobe earthbag outhouse using recycled materials and the Watershed Management's permitted composting toilet plans. We wanted to have a place for visitors to use the restroom, to try composting our own waste, and we wanted to experiment one more time with hyperadobe before we started our house.
Yes, and while the building turned out beautiful, the composting part, not so much.
Now, we aren't strangers to composting toilets. We've been using the Nature's Head in our renovated vintage Airstream since 2017.
It's a long time.
For no flushing toilet. It's a very long time. But it became very clear to us that the design of this permitted stationary system may not be ready for prime time. Basically, we had three major issues.
Yes, first of which is bugs. Guys, we went and followed these directions to a T using no seam screen on all the vents.
And seals around everything. Every time there was a seat or a lid or a piece that connected to the barrel, we had seals on it. Even all our windows had no seam screen on them.
Yeah, turns out it didn't work. I don't know. Once one bug, I guess, got in, it turned into quickly millions of bugs.
Like a cloud of bugs. Number two, we decided for our system we wanted to actually divert the urine so that the solids could compost a little bit faster, right? However, the plans called for 1/4-inch fuel tube.
If you know what 1/4 is, it's not very big. Very tiny. So one piece of sawdust gets in there, the whole tube is clogged, and there's no way to get to it to unclog it.
And I remember when we put it in, we were like,
we were thinking, this is too small.
This doesn't seem like it's gonna work.
Yeah.
And it didn't. Now, the only silver lining here is that as part of the permitting process and the urine diversion, our county made us run those urine lines to our actual septic.
This is going to unlock lots of upgrades here on this project.
And finally, we sized the whole system for our family of 6 and also on diverting the urine. So now that the urine was going in there and we had all the bugs, it just smelled real bad.
Yeah.
It was so gross.
Turns out when everything's mixed together, it's not good.
We ended up talking to a few other people and they all had a lot of the same issues. So to be honest, we're not 100% sure what happened.
I think that it's a combination of a few things. Way too small urine diverter tubes. Should have used like 1-inch PVC.
That would have helped.
And you know, maybe because this building is enclosed, that created more problems.
Yeah, maybe these need to be more open air, and even though we put a bunch of vents in, like maybe we were just compounding the problem because we enclosed it so well. We built a nice tight little building and not a lot of things could get in, but if one thing got in, then it couldn't get out.
So we covered the barrels and we just forgot about it. Why? Because we were pissed.
We were super frustrated, and also we built that building and then we moved right into the house, and then we started building the goat barn container and then the super adobe dome, and like we just didn't have the brain space to even think about it.
Nope. So that building sat unused for about a year.
Yeah, we brought in a porta potty for one of our workshops and it just stayed here.
Yep.
Because we didn't want to deal with our poo anymore. To be honest, we were just gonna leave it.
We weren't even gonna touch it until the house was done.
But your dad, he pushed us a little bit.
Yeah, he was like, you know, you got the septic line already run. We could just put in a flushing toilet. Maybe a washer and dryer.
I mean, like you could actually use this building, and they were coming in October for a visit, and he said, I think we can do it in that time frame. And with that, it is time to begin the deconstruction of the Casa de Caca.
Let's go.
Day one of the Casa de Caca deconstruction begins. As you can see, we have all this material, all these barrels in here. First step is going to be, we got to dig out as much of this dirt as we can so we can get the barrels loose. Then we got to empty the barrels and take them out, and then keep going down until we get to our original plumbing, which is It's pretty far down. It's gonna be a lot of material, tiny space. Should be fun. Not nearly as heavy as I thought they were gonna be. Let's see.
This one's a little bit cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we thought these were gonna be crazy heavy, but they're not as bad as we thought.
Not at all.
I think we can get them out. Let's see.
Ready?
Okay, this one's heavier.
Hold on. You're right.
Ready? 1, 2. Oh no!
My finger slipped.
Is it still attached with the tube?
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Over.
I was like, why is it not moving?
I was gonna say, like, this one's not enough fluid.
It's still, it needs to get out of its little dirt cave. If we can pull it back this way. The last one wasn't very full.
It's just like ripping spot.
The question is, can we get it up there?
You know.
One, hold on, let's do it together. Probably. One, that's why everyone goes. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
There's one.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1,
Let's just get it to the door.
2. I don't like a bucket of poop.
Can you just like twist it sideways?
Yeah, we just.
Yeah.
You got yours. I got mine.
There
You
you
got
go.
yours. I got mine. The nice thing about the plastic is it just like falls away from it. Okay. We're gonna have to take these lids out. That's all we've done. It doesn't look like very much. Well, we have part of the pipe uncovered. And we lost it.
You can't see it right now.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
So we still have, I mean, it's going like 10 times faster than I thought.
So much faster.
This dirt is so loose.
So nice to dig out.
So, yeah, we still got a bunch to dig out, but we might get it done today.
I don't know about that. Maybe tomorrow, not today.
Man, gotta be my chance. You gotta be that sound of the thing away. Oh man, you gotta be a best friend. You gotta be.
What do you think of our progress so far?
I can't believe you pulled those out. I thought they were going to be crazy heavy and such a pain, and you just like had them out.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks. Look how much we got done here.
I know. Yeah, you only have 2 more feet to go down.
No, just a few inches.
Okay.
We're already at the pipe.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Really?
It's probably only another hour or two.
Okay.
See?
That means we might
See?
get to work on the house this week.
We might.
Do you want me to take a turn?
We're gonna take a quick break and you get back to it.
Okay, I'm gonna move these.
That's the heavy one.
This is the heavy one?
I think so.
Oh, then no problem.
So what are we doing with this?
I don't want to cry. We're just gonna set it to the side for now.
Under the solar panels?
And deal with it later.
Yeah, let it compost.
We're gonna deal with our stuff later.
What'd you find, Jet?
Found the corpses of so many beetles behind the wooden posts.
Weird.
I have no idea. They're just stacked and like smushed up in here.
So maybe we don't put wood down into the ground?
I guess not.
Look at that. Almost there.
So close.
It just drops right there. It goes down and through the wall.
Oh my god. Oh wait, there it is.
He's found it. He's found it. And in one day, we have been victorious. We have found the sewer pipe.
It's right there.
It's right there. We still have a little bit to do, but this is a good stopping point for the day. Dog's gotta come out. And then tomorrow, we're gonna finish this up, and then we gotta go to the outside and get to that pipe on the outside too.
It's getting exciting.
It's
over
getting
here.
exciting. I can't believe we made this much progress.
It's so much progress.
Day 2 of the Casa de Caca deconstruction. We made really good progress yesterday. I can't believe we got basically all the inside dug out. Now we're to the outside. So we have a clean out right here, and we have the pipe that goes through the wall, and then we have a P-trap that we put on the outside just because we didn't want the septic smells coming up through those urine tubes. All that's got to go. So we got to get down in here, get this completely cleared out to where we can really get to it, cut things, replumb them. That'll be the first step. And then I'm going to use this area that's going through the wall to also deal with our electrical. We're going to be trenching. That's a whole other thing. But first, we got shade. We're going to start here. You want to tell people what I'm doing?
No.
Okay, you work on the inside. I'll work on the outside.
You.
Jah are the king, and me say Jah are the king. Jah are the king, and me say creativity. Jah are the king, and me say Jah are the king. Jah are the king, and me say creativity.
We thought about building a whole other solar system in here because we're going to need to put a water pump in, we're putting a washer and dryer in, we want to have a few outlets and stuff like that, but we didn't want to build an entire solar system. So here's what we're doing. Solar shed, it's about 60, 75 feet away. So what we're going to do is we're going to trench a line all the way over there, pull some wire in, put a little box inside the outhouse, and then that way we'll just have 120 volt power from our big system, which we'll need because, you know, even though this is a very small washer and dryer, I think it's going to use about 1500 watts. So we want to make sure we've got nice thick lines coming from the main system. So that means we got to dig across right where we drive, which is not going to be fun. Wish us luck.
Jackson, I came to the hardware store to get a few fittings and some 3-inch PVC pipe. Turns out we brought the Prius and they come in 20-foot lengths. So this should be interesting. Well, we got it to fit.
At what cost?
This is a very tiny car. So, 2 10-foot pieces do fit in a Prius, Jax.
Yeah.
Now, where are you gonna sit?
Probably just back here.
Ready?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're back out early this morning. We are trying to finish this trench. I got some stuff we got to do later today, so I'm really hoping we can get these trenches dug, lay the conduit, pull the wire, and then be able to close this back up. Because right now, we kind of can't drive over our driveway. It's not very safe. So yeah, we're working on it. Still got a ways to go though. Okay, I'm about done digging. So we're gonna come back to plumbing because that's the lowest thing here. So you can see we had our initial connection. It came here, it went to the clean out, and then we put a P-trap in, which I don't know if that was a good idea, but it doesn't matter because it's going away. And then you can see there's a 3-inch PVC sleeve that goes through the rubble trench foundation before we started laying bags. So we need to cut all this out, and we actually need to pull out the PVC, and then we'll just pull a 3-inch piece of ABS back through and just reconnect it all. So this should be cleaner. We got to make sure that the drop is right, right? We want the poo to find its way down to the septic. That's very important. So it should be, but because we were going from 2-inch to 3-inch, we just want to double check. So we're going to cut this gently and then start disassembling everything. Got to cut it from the inside too so we can pull everything through. Hoping we don't have a mass cave-in over at the other hole. I'll tap gently.
We only wanna make hapla, we don't wanna go war. Only make hapla, we don't wanna go war. We only make
Why are we not building a whole new solar system over at the outhouse? Well, they get expensive. Turns out we're not that far from the solar shed. Just took a day of trenching. And we're just going to pull some heavy-duty wire through this wall. Since we had room right to the side of the septic line right here, we're going to pull our electrical line through the same hole under the foundation.
In separate conduit.
We're just going to hook it all up, run it down, make the turn, go in, pull the wire, and then we'll be done for the day. Easy peasy. No problems at all.
Yeah.
Should take 2 minutes.
Right.
Everything's gonna be alright. I see that you've been crying, but you know I'm always on your side. Come on and put down all the weight from the day. Yeah.
right, we got it.
They're here. I just got a text. They said they are on our road, headed our way any second.
And your life fills up the room. Then I look at you, and I know I'll make it through.
My parents have been here all of 6 hours, and we're already at the hardware store, getting all the supplies we need to get this bathroom done. All right, today is the first day with my parents here. First morning. They got here yesterday. And last night, my dad and I went to the hardware store and got all the supplies. We have drawn out plans for the bathroom, how the plumbing will go, how the electric will go. So that is the goal for today, to get everything roughed in and possibly even the ground compacted with AB mix to where we're ready to pour concrete slab. Which means another trip to Tucson because we were there so late we weren't able to get the concrete. So I still need 20 more bags of concrete, but we'll see how far we get today. Ready? Let's get started. The name of the game is don't fall in the hole.
Don't fall. Do you think it needs more?
More what?
Screws?
Yeah,
Yeah.
More the better.
I would put 3 in it. It's got 3 holes, doesn't it?
Yep. That's not going anywhere. That's the first of many times we'll say that.
You want to just go ahead and connect those 3 wires?
We have enough?
Yeah, we're good.
Good, because you already cut it.
Okay.
Yeah, I cut it before you even said that.
Oh, did you?
When you walked away, he's like, I already cut it.
I'm a bit of a fixer-upper. A couple of these doors don't close. They tell you that the attic's haunted and the kitchen faucet's broke. It ain't got that curb appeal, the kind that jumps.
It should be interesting to see how many trips to the hardware store we take during this project. You can plan and plan and plan and think you have everything. Turns out you don't. So, here we go. Trip number 1.
16 inches over, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
16 inches below the ground is where we want it to be. Put it right on that mark. And then level it. Okay, from the bottom, I'm about 16 and a half. We want it to be at least 16. It should be close.
I'm gonna come back this way.
How much?
A good bit. Right, a little bit more. That's pretty close.
Okay. That's good enough for who it's for.
After hooking up the sub panel, it's time to start plumbing those sewer lines.
So the goal here is we've got that 3-inch main trunk line. We're gonna run that to the toilet, and then we're gonna branch off to the washer and the sink and the overflow.
So if we put that there, is that pretty close to the center right there? Is that doorway in the center?
No.
You know, you can use those to cut copper pipe too.
Okay, we're pausing this video for a quick funny story. Back in 2016, Jonathan and I pulled our Airstream into my parents' driveway to renovate it for 6 months.
Yeah, we'd really never touched a tool before for the most part, and we started demoing it because we had to rip all the old stuff out.
Yeah, and there's like, you know, copper lines all over the place.
Yeah, copper water lines in the trailer, and so we got the pipe cutter and we just started chopping away.
Turns out it's a PVC pipe cutter, not for copper.
We might have broken the blade.
Sorry, Dad. And the inside?
Come on. Yeah.
I know. My impatience comes from Dad.
Do it again. On here.
Oh my God.
Got hardly any of it.
Oh my goodness. Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, babe.
Good job, babe.
I'm not a professional.
12 inches right there.
Big progress on day one of the rebuilding of the Casa de Caca.
Okay, what happened?
So, we replumbed all of the wastewater, right? So we have a toilet, we have sink, we have washer, and we have an overflow drain in the middle of the building. Then we went ahead, we had already pulled all the electrical from the solar shed, but we went ahead and connected the box. We ran all the conduit here underground, and we popped up to a few plugs. Need one for the washer and dryer, one here in the middle, one for the water pump over there, and one for the light switch, because we're going to put some more lights in. And finally, we had to rerun the PEX line because the original one wasn't long enough. And that took us the most time out of the day because apparently we stuck the old PEX line in. So we had to chip it all away. It took forever. Ran a new PEX line through, and then we have run all the other PEX that we need for the washer, the sink, the toilet. I think that's it.
A lot of that's going to run underground and go under the concrete pad, so that's why we had to do all of that now. So we're done for the day. Tomorrow, filling this all back in, putting down AB, pouring concrete. Well, it's been an eventful morning of moving tons of dirt, which is par for the course here. We brought in, I don't even know how much AB mix, but we're using AB mix here so that we can compact it. There was just a bunch of sand in here. So we're pretty close to having this up to the level we want so that we can start laying the concrete floor. We're gonna break for lunch and come back this afternoon. Cloud, what are you doing in there?
That's my new have a floor by tomorrow. Now you may be wondering, why the heck are we pouring this floor in two sections? Well, turns out the building is too wide for me to reach with a trowel, and we do not have a bowl float.
We really need to get a bowl float.
One day.
Yeah.
And second, we need that floor near the overflow drain to slope to the drain. So, you know, right. So that water goes into the drain.
So that little frame actually worked out pretty good. It allowed us to make the outer part where everything is setting level and then drop right to that overflow drain.
Good plan, Dad.
Nice, nice. So now it's time to run the breakers, and then we'll finish the floor.
Today's day 4. We are putting all the things inside the bathroom and hooking them up.
Okay, just straight in front of the window. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Babe, we're going to be washing all the things.
We are moving up in the house.
We're going to have a flushing toilet and a washing machine. What? How long has it been?
Who are we?
10 years. 10 years.
No. Okay, why did you cover up the drain?
So it doesn't smell. And so we don't get debris in it. We're punching a hole through the wall.
That's true.
We're going to get dirt everywhere.
That's true.
It's pretty solid right where it's at. Looks good there. I think you're pretty good.
Should we like mark on the floor?
I would where the front feet are.
It is a big day. Washer and dryer are being installed today. It has been almost 10 years since we've had a washing machine or a dryer. So we will still be using that hand washer from Lehman's in the summer, but this is mostly a winter setup. Our clothes have a hard time getting dry in the winter, and it's just way too cold to be washing clothes by hand, and we are done with laundromats, except for all the big blankets that we have to wash every now and then. So this is exciting. Buy a new washer and drill holes in it?
No.
That's what we're doing.
Boy, that's different, not stepping down 2 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little nice. All right, here we go. Another trip to the hardware store. I think this is the 3rd time. We got the toilet out and the tank is cracked. So taking it back, getting another one. It's a whole hour-and-a-half trip there, hour-and-a-half back. Not too happy, but they're gonna stay and get stuff done while I run errands. So hopefully by the time I get back, we'll be ready to not put the toilet in because we can't do that yet, but we are going to be able to start punching a hole through the wall for the dryer vent. That's the plan. I thought you'd be done with this by the time I got back.
We've been on our own set of adventures.
Yeah?
Trying to find things, trips to the hardware store, and making things up as we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
other than setting the toilet because we're still waiting on concrete to cure. We're hoping that this is the last day of working on the bathroom. Fingers crossed. This is the step that we've been dreading for the entire project. We need to punch a 4-inch hole through 16-inch hyperadobe walls.
Yeah, it just made more sense for this dryer, instead of trying to go up and out the ceiling, to just go straight out. It's just better if you have fewer turns in your pipe, right? However, we have never punched a hole this big in any of our hyperadobe walls before.
And this building is not stabilized.
Nope, just our soil and some additional clay. Mm-hmm. So,
is it going to collapse? What's going to happen?
I don't know what's going to happen. Let's find out.
Well, actually, we do know what's going to happen because we'd already done it.
Maybe you just ruined all the suspense.
Okay. What's going to happen next?
Well, that's pretty hard for just clay.
Do you want me to push it through?
Yeah, it came right in the same hole. Pretty impressive.
I know we'll make it right. We've been here before. I know we crossed the line. It's hard to ignore. This way is down on me. You've got.
Okay, yeah, that wall was pretty solid.
Yep, it took us about 2 hours to drill through our 16-inch hyperadobe wall that is not stabilized.
Now, granted, we were being very careful. Yep. We wanted to have a really snug circular hole so that when we pushed that vent through, there wasn't a bunch of space on the outside. Yep. But yeah, I mean, I think if we had any concerns about the strength of our walls, we're good.
We're good.
Everything's fine.
Everything's great.
Won't you give me sweetness and light for my restless mind? Please give me a way to escape this world gone astray.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, we did it. But you know how at the end of a project, you just want to get it done and then you forget to record?
Well, yeah. I mean, your parents are here. We were trying to spend our last few days with them not doing stuff, and then we had a big rainstorm.
Yeah.
And there was all kinds of things going on, and we did a bunch of stuff right at the end really fast, and we just didn't record it.
Yep. But guys, guess what? We have a sink. We have a toilet. We have a washer and dryer. And we have tables.
And we have lights.
We have lights.
And we have outlets.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe it.
All right. Would you like to see our new Casa de Caca?
And laundry.
And laundromat.
Yes, please.
Just as good as up there. I'm gonna keep you near, 'cause you're all I need, my dear.
Welcome to the new Casa de Caca. Look at this. Running water. Flushing toilet. Water pump. Hold on. Maybe if you snap your fingers. Wait. We have tables with storage.
You want to talk about your tables?
Not really.
Oh.
I mean, I do. They're great.
They're
okay,
nice.
So look. We take laundry out, and look. I can fold it right here.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. We have tables on each side. Washer and dryer, obviously. Storage for soap. Guys.
Look, you even made it match the curve of the side of them. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the only one that looks really nice, so get a shot of that. The other one is a little bit off, and I was a little bit angry about this one, but it's okay. Now, we have concrete floors. Guys, no more dust in here. Oh, it's so nice. We have a rug. We have a drain in the floor. We have trash can and vacuum storage.
Nice.
The vacuum is no longer on my side of the bed.
I like it. Also, I see you've added some hooks.
We added hooks. We added a little thing here. We have decor. Ta-da! But still, the very most impressive thing is this bottle brick window.
Yeah.
This time of day, it lights up and it's just like little gems shining in our bathroom.
Okay, time for the nerdy pass, right? Okay, so under here is where all the magic happens, right? You've got the pump, you've got PEX coming up. We had to run the PEX in from there, and we came up and then we teed out into the sink, into the pressure tank, into the toilet, and into the washer. Then of course on the plumbing side, we have our drain here. We've got the drain over at the toilet, at the washer, and then the overflow. But something we didn't really talk about during the build is that when we did the composting toilets, we built in a bunch of vents. So there's a vent that runs up here, there's a vent that runs here, and then a vent that runs in this other corner. And so we were actually able to plumb the washer into that for the vent, which has worked out perfectly. And then this was actually built for the sink, so we just reconnected to it. This one we're not using at all, but I thought it was pretty cool that we at least built the vents into it. It's the one thing we did right? From an electrical perspective, come over here. We ran 120 volts from the solar shed. We've learned, we ran THHN inside of Conduit. It was so much easier. I don't know why we ran Romex before. Anyway, we pulled it in, put it in here, and then we put 4 circuits in, right? So there's 1 circuit for the washer, 1 circuit for the dryer, 1 circuit for this plug and the light, and then there's a couple of plugs over at the sink for the water pump, and then there's actually one behind the sink so you can plug hair dryers or whatever you want into it. Also, importantly, because that run is pretty long from the solar shed, we've learned our lightning lesson, so there is a Midnight Solar SPD connected, and we have another ground rod right outside the building that all runs down under the foundation, and we're good to go. It has been almost a month since we completed this project. Can you believe it?
I can't even believe it's been a month.
So how's it going?
A month of luxury. In a word, this whole building is just great.
I really like it.
Yeah. We have been doing laundry. Like, we put our laundry in a washing machine and set a timer to come back in 30 minutes and get it out.
Yeah. We did our hyperadobe workshop right after this. We were doing laundry while we were teaching at the workshop.
Oh my gosh. You know what else? We poop in a toilet.
It's a game changer.
Guys, we have a actual flushing toilet. It's been almost 10 years since we've had a flushing toilet.
Has it really been 10 years?
10 years in April.
Well, I think it's a little less than that because our big RV did have a flushing
That's
toilet.
true. 9 years. 9 years.
Who's counting? It's been a real long time, guys. I think we've earned the flushing pooper.
Toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the drainage is making its way to our septic, which is very exciting.
I was worried about that one.
I don't know why you were. We sloped it the right way. We did everything
We'd
right.
never done it before, and I just, Anyway. It
worked.
The stuff flows where it's supposed to.
Yeah.
High five us. The power is perfect. The dryer uses about 1,500 watts, which is right in line with our system. We've been able to continue to run all the other things we need to run and dry stuff. And, in the summer, when we're running more air conditioners, we'll probably be putting that stuff out on the line anyway. So It should all work out. We always have more power in the winter, so now we're actually using it.
Now, the one regret that I do have is that we do not have hot water.
It would have been an extra luxury to have hot water. But let's be honest, we haven't washed our clothes in hot water since ever.
Yeah, it's more for the hand washing, because washing your hands in the winter with freezing cold water, it kind of hurts.
It is a little cold. Our last regret
Oh, yes.
is that, well, it's not really a regret. It's just that now that this is being used this way, the 500-gallon rainwater catchment tank isn't quite big enough.
Yes, but there is a solution. We can get a second tank and connect them together so that we can store up to 1,000 gallons.
Yeah, the problem is the building is so short,
Yeah.
and it's so close to the solar panel array that we just couldn't get a bigger tank.
Probably the best thing about this whole build is watching those purple porta potties leave the property for the final time.
Oh, it was so nice. Yeah, they just didn't fit here, you know? They just didn't look great. They're kinda
Aesthetically,
stinky.
it's not really our vibe.
Not really. I feel like this build was one of the toughest fails we've had so far, and we've had a few.
Yeah.
I mean, you researched the heck out of this whole composting process. We followed it to a T, and then we spent all this time building this adorable little building and really going the extra mile in terms of using recycled, like, unique materials, all the finishing design touches. I mean, it's a beautiful building, and we just couldn't use it.
Yeah, there's a reason why it sat unused for a whole year. We were just pissed.
But we also knew that no matter how humbling or embarrassing or frustrating this whole process was, like, people needed to know. We were going crazy until we talked to some other people that had the same problem.
And even if we don't know 100% why this building failed and why the composting didn't work, hopefully by sharing our story, it'll give somebody the right idea to fix it on down the line.
Can we just give a huge shout out to your parents?
Yes, please. Mom and Dad, thank you so much. You drove all the way from Indiana all the way to Arizona, and you stayed with us for 8 days, making sure that this project got done and that we could live a little bit more comfortably out here while we're building our house.
A lot more comfortably. Friends, we're pooping in toilets. We're washing and drying our own clothes.
We don't even know who we are anymore.
This has been the year of removing annoyances and adding big upgrades to our property, and I think we might have saved the best one for last.
Yes. But you know what? It's time to get back to work on our hyperadobe roundhouse.
Next up, we share our week-long hyperadobe workshop and the continued progress we've been making since then.
We will see you soon.